see Aaron's last fight where he blew out his shoulder?
Well, he blew out his shoulder? No, I didn't see
Yeah, he had the same thing that happened with TJ. He dislocated his shoulder and then had to stop the fight. He threw a left hook and it just popped out.
It just popped out. And I'll be wondering like where these little injuries be coming from like that, you know?
Well, some of these wrestlers, their shoulders are so fucked. By the time they get into MMA, they have all these tears and shit, and they're kind of barely holding on anyway.
Right. But I mean, that's the things, though, because it might be happening, like, in training. So if it's happening in training, like, you got to do something about, like, to keep it or prevent it from happening, you know? Because he was staying active then, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Pico?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he was...
so here it is. They're trying to pull it out.
Oh, they in the corner doing it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look,
man.
they were trying to pull it out.
Oh, no.
I don't know. There's like a technique to pulling someone's shoulder.
I know. He just pulled. No. Ain't no technique today. He just pulling that thing.
I don't think that's.
He trying to pull his arm off.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it goes. I think there's a way to do it. I don't necessarily think this guy is doing it correctly. Maybe I'm wrong.
He trying.
Isn't there a way? Isn't there a way you're supposed to do it?
We can definitely look it up.
Weapon and like Mel Gibson slamming his shoulder. In the wall. Like,
that's right. Lethal weapon.
That's not the right way
to
take this off.
But it's a common thing where guys blow their shoulders out.
Yeah.
It's. Have you had any surgeries or any like major injuries?
Yeah, the only time I had surgeries when I got into the UFC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no like injuries like throughout the fight until I started fighting on the best promotion on the planet, which I'm fighting the best fighters.
What did what injury did you get?
ACL tear, a meniscus tear, so meniscus, and as well as the orbital fracture in the Antonio Arroyo fight.
Yeah,
yeah, that was bad, you know, because I was seeing two of him, you know, and I was coming off a loss of Alessio, so that's who tore my meniscus when he had kicked me with that roundhouse kick because I was ducking, I was trying to box too much. He ended up kicking me upside my head, but the way I fell, ended up tearing, you know what I'm saying, my meniscus. And then after that fight that I had with him, getting that surgery, I went into the fight with Antonio Arroyo. I won that fight, but he left a good little mark right underneath my eye, but found out that he had broke my orbital.
So did you have to have surgery in your orbital?
Yeah. So they had to replace it with a little rod. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So like the base of my eye itself, like it was gone, so like my eye was just floating there. So I could have had a lazy eye, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so it was like, yeah, we got to replace this, you know, so you can have that wall back underneath, that foundation almost. Yep.
What does that feel? Can you feel it when you touch
I
your
can't.
face?
I mean, yeah, I can feel it a little bit, like the soft part that you have here. So I can feel like right here where it's a little harder. You know,
wow.
Yep. And they said if it was metal, then I couldn't be able to compete. So they put like a plastic one. And I was asking, like, is that going to affect it? Is it easier to break? And they was like, no, it's hard to reach type shit. So, yeah. Okay. Actually, it makes it a lot stronger because the bone is so, like, fragile.
So if it was metal, you wouldn't be able to fight because it would open up with cuts or something?
I don't know. That's what they said. Like, anything that's metal in your body, you won't be able to compete. You know? I think that was coming from the UFC had hit them up and told them that. Yeah, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't quote me, but that's what I heard the doctor tell me. You know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just in the face when they do. Because, like, did you see, what was that dude who fought Canelo? Billy Joe Saunders. Where he got his whole face caved in.
Cheekbone.
Everything. It was like up here.
Which one you think is worse? That one or the Sage Northcutt? When he got his, like,
ooh,
those
Sage
both
was a bad one. That was a bad one.
Yeah. And then you got, who else got their face caved? And it's sad because, like, it's multiples. Cyborg. With MVP,
that was probably the worst ever.
The skull
caved his forehead in.
That's scary because this is supposed to be the hardest part of your head.
The hardest part where everybody breaks their hands, and it caved in like it got hit with a missile.
Man, that was nasty.
That was the wildest flying knee. Michael Venom Page is a bad motherfucker, dude.
He's
cold.
He wild. Yeah. I remember I wanted to fight him when I was in Bellator just to get my name out there for real. But I just wanted to challenge myself against somebody like that because he had that style of like traditional martial arts,
like a point,
not like
point fighting,
fighting, you know.
Yeah,
but he was really knocking. Well, he was knocking dudes out though. You know.
Oh my god. Yeah. Look at it. That's the fracture.
This is Cyborg. Yeah.
Look at all the plates he has in his fucking head.
Yeah,
and that was it for him, man.
Oh yeah, that's over with.
Yeah, he said he was gonna keep fighting after that, and the doctor was like, no.
Unfortunately, you can't, big fella.
Yeah, let's see it. Play that again. Watch this.
Here it is. And like you could hear it too, like if you could play something that's nasty. When you hear the pop. Ooh, like you just heard it break. Just heard it cave in.
And a dude as tough as Cyborg, see him writhing in pain like that.
Boy, you would have seen me kicking my legs, boy. I would have been like out there swimming. Yeah, man. And then look at MVP like the fucking Pokemon. Like he even caught Pikachu or something. Like, oh, that's crazy. And he's a showman for sure, but he got his ass whooped by Mike Perry though. And that
Yeah,
bare-knuckle boxing.
I was shocked.
That's a whole different type of style of fight.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. Like, you know, you thinking because you got gloves on or you take the gloves off and, like, it's still going to be a type of fight. But, bro, like, that's bone on bone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, that takes a different type of beast, like, to fight bare-knuckle boxing.
Well, Mike Perry's designed for that shit.
For that. Oh, yeah, he was made for that.
Yeah, he's made for that shit.
Big facts, man.
Yeah. I've always thought, like, it's kind of weird that the elbows aren't covered by a pad, your shins aren't covered by a pad, your foot's not covered by, your heels
and
not
then you
covered
gotta start
by a pad.
right in front. Like, they did it old school. Like, y'all got to start right in front of each other.
Yeah.
And just get the bang. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I like bare-knuckle boxing. Very interesting, but not for me.
No.
Definitely not for me, man. Yeah.
Even if they come with a big check?
Nah. I mean, because it makes you...
A little bit of hesitation.
I mean, because I'm thinking about that check. You know, but at the same time, though, it's just like, man, your health is everything. You know, and people come out looking different with bare-knuckle boxing. You know, Paulie Malignaggi, you know what I'm saying, versus Artem. That shit was crazy. Paige Van Gant, like, come on, like, you get rid of your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a pretty ass girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to be in bare knuckle boxing.
Chris Lieben, he fought in bare knuckle boxing. It looked like he got hit with a hatchet.
Yeah,
his whole face was busted.
Nasty,
open.
man. And then you just get cut up because of the knuckles. You know what I mean? So you just got all these little splits down in your eye. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Just too much. But
do you think that it's like, is there an argument for doing that in MMA for eliminating gloves? Because if you don't have pads on your knees and your shins and your elbows and all the other weapons that you hit people with, why do you have pads on your knuckles?
Well, that's good, but it's the break of the hand, you know?
Right, but doesn't that make it unrealistic to be able to just wildly punch
I didn't know they were
people?
trying to make it realistic. I thought they were trying to make it a sport.
It is a sport, but it's a sport of fighting. And if you have no padding on all these other areas.
So here, let me show you King of the Streets. This is real fighting right here. So